What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, aka Darth Apocalypse. All right, so let's get to this. Michael Jordan. Earlier did a video about Larry Bird and how I think that he would perform in today's game. Michael Jordan, this has been discussed a lot. And you have people out there who've been compromised by clutch. They'll tell you, oh, he'll just be DeMar DeRozan. Oh, he wouldn't be the same player. He might be Michael Finley in today's game, which makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense whatsoever. When you had guys like LeBron James who came in a year after Jordan retired and averaged about what Mike averaged his last year in the league, his first year. Whereas when Michael Jordan first came to the league, he had a historic rookie campaign. But magically, peak Jordan is going to be a standard borderline all-star player. Mm-hmm. Sure. Whatever you want to say to make you believe that you got to pull some bullshit like that. Michael Jordan in today's game, another thing they like to say is, well, the 3-point shot would have destroyed him. He didn't have a 3-point shot, which, if you actually chronicled and watched his career, it's not a very accurate thing to say. Somehow, Brook Lopez, who did not have a 3-point shot when he started his career as a traditional big, but then became a 35% 3-point shooter as a 7-footer. Somehow, Michael Jordan, who incidentally in the seasons when he took 3 or more 3-pointers, shot 38.5% from downtown. In the 90s, in the finals, when that 3-point shot had become developed, shot 37% from 3 in the finals. Somehow, that Michael Jordan couldn't figure out the 3 ball. The same Michael Jordan that shot a higher percentage from 3 in 95, 96 than Glenn Rice and Reggie Miller. Because they like to say, oh, well, he always shot well because they shortened the line. But why is it that in the years the line was shortened, he was shooting better or consistently the same percentage as guys who were well-known 3-point shooters? Because statistically, some people tell you it's a tougher shot to shoot from 21, 22 feet from the 3-point line for whatever reason. Maybe because guys don't practice that shot a lot. But anyway, whatever the point people want to make, we all know that Michael Jordan, with no hand checking, with the spacing of today's league, all the shooters that he would have on the team, all of the rules handicaps defensive players, enhances offensive players. The freedom of movement rule really allows guys to have the advantage offensively. A guy that's the best one-on-one player, along with Kobe Bryant, in the history of basketball. Yeah, he's going to struggle with today's game. Somehow, Michael Jordan's going to struggle. The fact is, Michael Jordan, peak Jordan on a bad team, is averaging 40 points a game. There's no doubt in my mind he's averaging 40 points a game. If the brother averaged 37 in the 80s, 35 with hardly any 3 ball, in the tallest year in NBA history, 86, 87, statistically, the year in which Jordan averaged more blocks per game than 18 of the then 23 starting centers in the league, he would be so good it would be embarrassing. He would embarrass the NBA. He would break the internet. He would be so dominant. And we wouldn't even have this fucking discussion I mean, it's a fraudulent one anyway. But we wouldn't have this fucking this discussion if he was playing today. I'm just let's just say he's a motivated Jordan who's been told that LeBron is the best player in the game. And he's motivated to show what he can fucking do. He would come out, average 45 points. I think he'd average around 7 rebounds, about 6 assists, 3 steals. He would shoot probably 55, 56% from the floor, about 40% from three, 85% the line. And his defensive effort would probably have him at the least a top 2 to 3 defensive player in the league. They probably give it to Victor, just because of the uniqueness of his physicality in his game. But Mike would be the best offensive player, one of the top 2 to 3 defensive players. He'd be one of the top playmakers in the league. Uh, he'd be the far the best player. And all this crap about double teams and zones. Look, Michael Jordan faced zones and double teams and triple teams all the time. The reason why you don't see him harangued by defenses is because he consistently outthought them, and he always consistently beat defenses. And even if he was trapped by defense, Michael Jordan had such a high basketball IQ. He always let the game come to him. He didn't rush things. He didn't panic. Look, let me ask you guys a question. Who was it that Anthony Edwards called when he was trying to figure out how to beat double teams? Was it LeBron James or was it Michael Jordan? Oh, it was Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan had a history of facing double teams, no matter what these grifting minions or the minions will tell you. I watched the games. And remember how Michael had to work so hard to get his shot off, fadeaways, you know, uh, you know, slight little tricks to separate. He wouldn't have to do that in today's game. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm back. So he wouldn't have to do that. He would have to work as hard, obviously. And there's no bigs. There's no bigs down low. Not really a lot of shot blockers. If Steph Curry can consistently get to the rim, what magical force field is blocking Michael Jordan? The same Jordan that had at least a 44, 45 inch vertical leap. Who's stopping him? Michael Jordan is arguably the greatest perimeter oriented post player the game has ever seen. Anybody that watched him play basketball, especially in the second three-peat, know what I'm talking about. Right? Now, he can't camp out like he used to, like as far as with the rules, but in the post, he's going to be a problem. He's one of the greatest mid-range shooters the game has ever seen. He would be an improved three-point shooter because of practice. He wouldn't fall in love with that shot, but I could see him consistently taking 3 to 5 a game. He would take smart three pointers, so his percentage would be efficient. It would be high. I think usually somewhere between 38 to 42%. I know he shot 32.7%, but what drags that percentage down is in the 80s, a lot of those shots came with the shot clock running down. He had to throw up a prayer. That's generally those three, the shots he was taking. That's why he was only shooting like 12%, 18% from three. He didn't really take that shot. There was no 3-point line in college until 1986, so he wasn't introduced to that shot until he got into pros. And it wasn't really an important shot as far as strategy until the very late 80s into the 90s. But in today's game, that all would be worked out. That will all be implemented. Plus, you got more, better nutrition, better team doctors. His health was crazy. His energy reservoirs were insane. His work ethic is crazy. He would play it even. Matter of fact, I sometimes wonder if he still retires relatively early because the game would be too easy for him. He would get. I could see him getting bored. Like I could see him. The only thing I think that would motivate him is if anybody that's talking a lot of BS. Uh, but I could see him in this era, especially if now it's encouraged to play with other stars. I could see him winning minimum 6 championships, possibly 8, 9. And I'm not exaggerating because now he gets to play with talent, and it's not looked badly upon. I mean, Michael Jordan's a guy that only played with really 11 players that made any NBA All Star teams in their careers. 11. Compared to LeBron, who's played with about 40, who's made All Star teams. So it's crazy, man. But that's what I think. Tell me what you guys think.